burning out impurities and raising you up to a higher plane of being. Do not be ashamed at the rumble of an empty stomach, the bite of a sharp rock on your bare foot, or the chill of the winter wind. These are but the means by which the light communicates its inspiration to the soul. These sacrifices ensure that the arcing gold-appointed beacons to the light. These sacrifices ensure that the arcing gold-appointed pinions to the light which so inspire you in worship are well maintained. Eschew the comforts of the flesh, come ever closer to the light. Nah.
I'm out of range.
Hit him. Is this the best this Scourge can do? It's quite fantastic, isn't it? Please, lie down.
Too far away.
That was strange. Come then, Dead Knight. Ragweed? Huh. Don't know what that is. I swear I've heard of ragweed in some other fiction. Like it was some narcotic or something. But bloody hell if I can remember. So there's a Scarlet Farmhound. Did he just run through a bloody house?
I need to get closer. Finish it.
Dark fight. Oh, brilliant. Oh, they dealt with him. Die, he says, as he, gets his head lopped off. You gotta give him points for trying.
Strike it down.
Did I just get an arrow for killing them, or did I already have the arrows thing done? I'm not sure. But yeah, for some reason the peasants are considered crusaders. Bit of a strange one. Also, we can use this mailbox if we wanted. For some reason. Really. These mailmen really uphold their oath. Neither rain nor sleet nor undead invasion will stop us. Come on. Top the mailbox are several ineligible letters and scrolls. Useless. Perhaps you should check inside. There's meant to be a letter in here. I don't see it, damn it. Did they remove that quest? Where's my phone? Annoyingly, there's some quests in the game, some bits of content in the game that you're meant to be able to get, but in later WoW got removed. Like there's a bit in Thousand Needles on the Horde side, where you're meant to be able to get battle plans from the Alliance. You can't get it anymore. It doesn't drop. So I'm thinking maybe that's the case here. There's comments. That's strange. There we go. It just took a bit. A High General Abendis, to a High General Abendis, New Avalon, Scarlet Lands. I wonder why it's so far down here. Is that the High General's house? Kind of surprised. It's a cute but modest dwelling. I also noticed I got turned the other cheek a moment ago. We'll go grab a horse and we'll read both of these on the way back. I'm going to grab the smallest horse possible. It won't matter, but it will just be funny for a moment. You! No, you. Run! Oh! Oh, that is hilarious. Oh my god, that is hilarious. Oh. Oh. Oh, that is just funny. I've got the best horse. It's the best horse of all. Like, look at the little legs on it. Especially when you speed boost. I'm just gonna linger around long enough to see the last one. I got a sick grandma at home. I'm all she's got, mister. That's actually kind of sad. Oh, I can't do that right now. Alright. We'll just wander around a bit longer. Just because I really want to see this last one. Ooh. It's got Guide to the Side Effects of Reanimation. Welcome to the Scourge. Now that you have entered your true service, you may find immense relief in your liberation from the various mortal inconveniences. No bothersome sleeping to take up your time anymore, nor any great need for shelter from the elements, and you are even free from mild irritation of cutting hair and nails. How delightful. However, there are few, almost insignificant details to being undead. Keep an eye on your rotting. Some is all very well to scare your foes, but an arm falling off mid-stab is just embarrassing. Learn to love your stench. Some say foul, we say rawr. Avoid living animals, especially dogs. Heed your unintelligibility. Should you misplace your lower jaw, you may be reassigned to a position where gurgling is not amiss. Few of those hold any prestige. Alcohol is simply not the same. My apologies. But about a day keeps the living away, although adding bubbles is frowned upon. Avoid pastels. They simply do not work with our coloring. Those pants will no longer make you look fat. Like I said, you know, as a canon thing, obviously it doesn't work for Scourge, but I do find these hilarious. And on that front, I find these absolutely delightful. So, yes, I just have to show this one last time. Just the simple, the legs on it. It is adorable. Oh. Okay, horse successfully stolen. I was hoping the realm of shadows await. He appeared on his horse and whisked it off to there. Now for the true test. Can you show mastery over an unbound charger and brutally overtake the thing that you desire most? We're allowed to have desires? Huh. It kind of goes against the book we read. The horse you stole has been taken to the realm of shadows. It is there that my dark rider will slay the beast and raise it as a death charger. Do you devour their hearts, siphon their souls? It is there that my dark rider will slay the beast and raise it as a death charger. Do you think yourself brave enough to enter the realm of shadows in pursuit of the death charger? If you accept, I'll transport you to the shadow world. Once there, you will find people who have lost the children's card game. Please ignore them. Wrong franchise. Once there, seek out a dark rider in the open fields south of us. To emerge victorious, you must slay him, overtake his death charger, and return it to Death's Breach. Issue the horseman's call should you succeed. It makes sense up here, but when you say a dark rider in the fields south of us, how do we know that the dark rider we're slaying is the one with our horse? Because I want my tiny one back. We won't be getting that back, sadly. That would be too hysterical. But yeah, it just sounds weird. Really, considering, depending on the amount of death, considering the amount of dark riders down there, the chances of us getting our horse back is pointless. It's just my point is basically make more sense if we're going after, like, say there's only one dark rider in the open fields south in the shadow world, only one of them, and we'll fight to challenge him for the mount, rather than there being like 5 in the field, because it makes like we're going through this trial to earn our mount, and they've turned the horse we chose into a death charger, so wouldn't it make sense for us to be getting that one rather than just beating up a guy and maybe getting it or just stealing his? It just seems weird to me. Ultimately it doesn't matter, but I'm a very nitpicky, obsessive person when it comes to story details. Like, I'm working on my own story. I don't know if anything will ever come of it. Hopefully something will. It's just right now I'm just like, it's too much work. But, like, I'm like, there's a side creature that might never be relevant to the main story, but I'm obsessed with, like, okay, how do they work? Like, you know, how is, like, the beasties, you know, functions outside of being, you know, how should I phrase it? Ooh, are they going to actually say something? No. They're just talking to the initiate. Thought they were going to actually talk to each other and say something cool. But, basically, I'm worried about nitty-gritty detail that wouldn't actually be relevant to, wouldn't ever turn up in a book. It's just like, what will be relevant is, if the creature turned up, will be how dangerous it is and whatnot. But I'm wondering about how, you know, they function. As in, like, the reasons they do whatever they do, that kind of thing. I don't want to give details, so it's hard to actually phrase it here. But, you know, I'm going into detail that will never be seen, just simply because I feel I have to fully flesh everything out, even if it won't be on page. Just so I have an answer to absolutely every possible thing. Just because I'm obsessive. So, yeah. That's just showing here in my nitpicking. Oh, we're already in. The frantic leaping on the Worgen is hilarious. Ow. Looks more frantic when you're going down an incline. There is a shadowy tormentor. And here is the dark rider of Arctis. There is frost fever and icy touch, both old frost abilities that you could get previously. Sadly, I can't zoom out. I have the wrong mouse for that. That's better. But, yeah, sadly this is my tiny one. Impressive, Dead Knight. Return to me in the world of the living for your reward. But yeah, what we saw there were some of the, other frost abilities you would get. And I'm not sure if they're still in the game or not. There's Frost Strike, Howling Blast. It could be a talent thing, you know? Marrow Rend. Melee attack that causes Bone Shield. Reducing the damage taken increases rune regeneration rate. Oh, cool. But, yeah, we're seeing a few abilities here and there that may or may not still be in the game. So you get an idea, a vague idea of what Dead Knights used to have. Like I was explaining before, those two plagues, you'd spread them, then cause blood boil. While we probably won't end up seeing the spreading and the blood boil, we will see those two plagues at the very least. Also, there is an ability here called Remorseless Winter, which Artis himself actually uses, if memory serves. Probably not as barely as his version, though. We'll take everything from them that night. You've succeeded where most initiates fail, Ganith. For that, you'll be rewarded handsomely. Salinar bows. Ooh, that is a nice design. That's a new thing. That is new. Some horses merely adopt the dark. This horse was born in it, molded by it. That must be a new flavor text. Actually, yeah, this journal, didn't that come out after that Batman movie? I think it did, yeah. So yeah, this was, it's just like, I never remember reading that before, and I've had a few death chargers, so the reason I mustn't have read it before is this flavor text is after that, was added in after that Batman movie, because there was no place for the flavor text previously. Like this journal thing is a new addition, but previously I think you used to keep the mount in your bag and use it. I just kept using my paladin mount, so it was just a spell. You know, what's the big deal? So yeah, there's been some changes. So yeah, that's all that is. It's just I got puzzled because I told Rat of the Lich King came out before that Batman movie, so I was a little confused by it having it. But obviously, the flavor text was added in later on. Like I was saying. You know, later on when the journal for the flavor text was actually added. The trajectories they are firing at would have most of the arrows landing at or near the Havenshire farms south of us. Well done, Death Knight. You feed the Scourge war machine with your deeds. Ah yes, your reward, as promised. Strange that we can get 3 different types. There's -0 shadow resistance? That's strange. The others still give some frost resistance. I'll take it the unholy one.
Suffer
well. News from North. I hope this. Hi, General Abendis. I hope this letter finds you in good health. My name is Denzel Adams, hunter by trade, Scourge Crusader by blood. I'm writing this letter to inform you that I've witnessed a miracle. During a routine purging of heathens in the scourge-infested Plaguewood, my... Wait, where? Plaguewood. Where the hell is Plaguewood? Is this Plague... I'm not sure where the hell the Plaguewood is. Just for a moment I thought this, when news from the north, I thought he meant Northrend, and it's just like, there won't be a Plaguewood in Northrend, so it must be here somewhere. But, heck if I know. Oh yeah, it will be here, during... Actually, I think I remember it, yeah. It's, Eastern Plague... It's in this sector of the Plaguelands, but a bit past Light's Hope Chapel, to the left. Like somewhere between there and Strato, I think. During a routine purging of heathens in the scourge-infested Plaguewood, my party and I were interrupted by a deafening screech coming from the sky. We looked to the heavens towards Naxxramas, our jaws dropped to the floor. I tell you this now, High General. This was a sight not to be believed. The dread citadel was moving, slowly at first, and then with a thunderous roar, poof, gone. That's right, High General. Naxxramas is gone, no more. Could it be anything other than a miracle to life? I say not. May it be that the impure unkempt barbarians are judged and sentenced to next. Praise be the light. Please let our brothers and sisters know of this miracle, High General. May the light preserve you for all eternity, so that you may spread the good word until the end of days. Respectfully, the Adams. The closer. The closer. Or is it meant to be the closer? Also, the Adams keeps making me think of Douglas Adams. The topic of indulgences is a difficult one, but necessary in our lives. But at times in our lives becomes a necessary evil. Lapse of judgment, harsh words spoken too quickly spoken, a punch or kick thrown in anger. All these are failings of mortal men. The Church must acknowledge that. However, such acknowledgement does not come without a price. For sins of harsh words, a mere handful of silver will cleanse the soul. Sins of physical force, a handful of gold will expunge the failings of mortal flesh, and for those other sins, a full confession and a more generous contribution will be necessary. Punching. Punch to the face, 2 gold. Punch to the groin, 3. Punch to the chest, 1 gold, 45 silver. A detailed list of prices and sins continues for pages. That is a reference to indulgences that used to be done within the Catholic Church. They used to, if you sinned, you pay and you'll be fine. That's why kings who would live a decadent life will be assured a place in heaven, because they've built a chapel or a cathedral in the name of the church, in the name of God. And as such, the past is wiped away. That's one of the many things one of the things that led to the Martin Luther breaking off, not King, Martin Luther, the German monk, breaking off from the church, from Catholicism, forming Protestantism. Apparently it's called Protestantism because, look at the word, protest is in it. Apparently it's, derivative of that. Do you feel, Ganith? That sensation is raw power coursing through your body. Such a thing cannot exist. Such a